Hi, I'm Alice Oseman, and I am the creator of the Heartstopper graphic novel series. And I'm here to give you the full history of how Heartstopper came to be. So, Heartstopper began in my very first YA novel, Solitaire, which I wrote when I was at school, and it was published in 2014. And that book, the main character is Tori Spring, who is Charlie's older sister. And Nick and Charlie were supporting characters in that book. And in that book, they're in a relationship, they're a really strong couple, but we don't really learn anything about how they became a couple. So once I finished writing that book, I knew that I wanted to tell Nick and Charlie's story somehow. So I tried to plan it as a novel, as that's what I'd done before, but I couldn't get it to work. It just wouldn't work in that format. I realised that it needed to be an episodic story that looks at little sections of Nick and Charlie's lives. It doesn't have the traditional plot of a novel. And I realised that the perfect format to do that would be a webcomic, a serialised online webcomic. So in 2016, I started making Heartstopper, the webcomic, and started uploading it online for free for people to read in September 2016. And then the webcomic grew. It started getting more and more readers over the next couple of years. And in 2018, I decided I wanted to publish a volume of Heartstopper, the first volume of Heartstopper. But I didn't think that there was really much of a market for YA graphic novels in the UK. So I decided to self-publish. I did a crowdfunding campaign and raised the money to print 2,000 copies of Volume 1. And then I spent the rest of 2018 just shipping those out of my house, and it was a lot of work. But luckily, once all those books had been sold, Hachette wanted to publish Heartstopper traditionally, so you'd be able to buy it in a bookshop. So that first volume came out with Hachette in 2019. And then there's Volume 2 that also came out that year. And in 2020 we had Volume 3. And in 2021 we had Volume 4. But also going on during that time was the TV adaptation. I first got interest for that in 2019 from Seesaw Films, who really liked the comic and wanted to work really closely with me to adapt Heartstopper into a TV show. So we did a lot of work adapting it, developing it, and in 2020, we showed it to Netflix, and they really liked it. They came on board and they greenlit the show. And now it's 2022 and the Heartstopper Netflix show is out. So it's been a really, really long and crazy journey. I've absolutely loved it. And there's still more to come. We've got the Heartstopper yearbook, which is coming out in October 2022. That's going to be kind of an art book, kind of an annual, all about Heartstopper in full colour. And in 2023, there will be the 5th volume of Heartstopper. So lots to look forward to. I hope that's been interesting, telling you all about the history of Heartstopper. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy the series.